Dark Shrine being warped in, you're going to tech anyways. You almost might as well. They can come in handy. And I expect from the Zerg we will see Spire going down and even further tech going up. As he does have his lair, I expect to see a hive soon, but I guess we would need to see an infestation pit first. Because, well, I'm not sure he's seen the High Templar yet, but as soon as he sees the High Templar, Broodlords are very effective against High Templars. They don't take a lot of damage from the storm. The Broodlings are annoying, and their Broodlings are also good against Stalkers. But Stalkers with Blink help a lot, because then they blink past the Broodlings and start shooting the Broodlords. And here we see a decent force of Hydralisks and Zerglings. Would like to see these a little more active. They are currently not researching anything. He does have the minerals and gas to be researching them, and we do. He's up to 27 Hydralisks. Let me switch back to the production tab, make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, there's this infestation pit and Spire going down. Psystorm is being researched along with Protoss ground level 2. Oh, and Hyde Warlord that looked like it was in front, or was that just a Zealot? And here we see a first battle. Psystorm's not done yet, so we're not going to see any Psystorms going to go. He needs to run away, and that was a High Templar, and this is a High Templar. This is a he's only got one control. He does have 2 control groups, but it looks like his Stalkers and Zealots. Oh, this is High Templar mixed in with the Zealots. That's actually not very good, because you want your Zealots to be in the front, you want your High Templars to be in the back. I think it'd be better to put the High Templars with the Stalkers, if anything, but he probably should go ahead and have... Oh, he has a sentries on another control group. That's where the High Templar should be. So he does have 3 control groups, but he's treating it like one big one. I guess we can switch between the 3 easier, but you always see this move out as a giant ball, and here comes a slightly scary force of Hydralisks come in. But this Archon already has 4 kills, and he might get more here. Oh, there's some beautiful storms going down, hurting these... oh, and here comes Zealots flanking from the side, and these brave High Templar running in. They're suicidal because they're in the same control group as the Zealots. However, he does get to clean this up due to the nice Psystorms, and the Zealots helped a lot, and now these Stalkers are going to clean it up. See, he did throw up a robotics facility. I'm surprised not to see an observer. Oh, there's the observer. I guess he's just scouting with this. I think he should keep it with his army, especially when he sees how far this creep's moving, and start killing some of these creep tumors. You don't want the creep spreading all the way across the map. That gives Zerg a huge advantage. Zerg is now up on 3 expansions, while the Protoss is only on 2, and the Protoss doesn't have very much saturation at all in his gold. Starting to mine out of his main, needs to transfer some of these drones away. I'm sure he'll realize that soon enough, and we're seeing a nice sizable force of Zealots, a High Templar here, and a few Stalkers. Now we do see that the Hive is being built right now, morphed in. And another battle coming down here with the Zerglings, and oh, another beautiful storm eating those Hydralisks, and those trying to run away from the Zealots, but the Zealots have charge, so they're going to keep. And I think he should have continued to chase there for a little bit. Maybe not. There is enough forces up here. I'm not sure how many more Psystorms he had. Doesn't look. There's one there, none there, and one there. Now I am slightly surprised not to see any infestors coming out. He had to build the infestation pit. You might as well get some use out of it. I'm not sure where he built the infestation pit at. Oh well. Oh, and there we see the Greater Spire morphing in, so he is going to go Broodlords against the High Templar, always a very good thing. There's the infestation pit. He didn't get any research on there, but I do think he should just pop 1 or 2 out. Fungal growth would be nice against these charged Zealots. And oh, more beautiful storms, absolutely wrecking that Hydralisk force, completely taking this out. The Zealots are charging, chopping them up, and here's where, now with this creep really starting to spread over halfway across the map, he needs to have his observer with him. He built an Immortal, and I'm not too sure why. Immortals aren't that amazing against Hydralisks or Zerg, especially not against Zerglings. And now he should see the Corruptors coming out, so he knows that the Broodlords are on their way, I'm sure. Obviously what he's going for, and that's a lot of Corruptors up there. We'll see how many of those transform into Broodlords, but he has plenty of resources, so I think we're going to see maybe all of them transform into Broodlords. And even though I wasn't watching this action, there wasn't much to see here. Him just destroying an expansion, evening the number to 2 expansions to 2 expansions. He does have very good excessive saturation on these gold mineral patches right now, and very good saturation in his natural as well. It looks like he's working on throwing up another expansion. However, this Overlord's preventing that. Always a good thing to do with your Overlords, to sit them out by the expansions. And here come all the Corruptors. Now, one thing I think he could do is move these spine crawlers down and actually trap all these forces inside. But he is going to engage with them now. These Zerglings are going to run in, and Maareek's obviously paying attention somewhere else, as all these units are dying for absolutely no reason. Oh, finally throwing down some bad storms, completely missing most of the Zerg's units, and losing so many troops too. Just bad control right there. It happens sometimes to even the best of players. Now here we see this very, very scary force of 10 Broodlords, and that will be hard to overcome. Running over here to his turrets and losing a few... Oh, not losing a few Stalkers there. He is backing up until his Broodlords get in range. And now these Stalkers need to blink over here, and they do, and start focus firing these Broodlords down. But there are so many Broodlords. I think there's about as many Broodlords as Stalkers, and they are just going to go down way, way too fast to really take care of anything. They blink again. Killed a couple Broodlords, but a little more than a couple. 3, actually, I guess. But, and we do see Void Ray starting to pop out to deal with these Broodlords. However, he's building Stalkers as well, and I'm not sure if that's the exact perfect response. And here's not the best idea. You're being pushed. You're losing this gold expansion. Give it up. It's gone. Don't warp in units here. You're just warping in fodder for all these Broodlords and all these Hydralisks. And here comes 3 more. Like that's going to do anything. You're just going to watch them melt and watch them shoot these Broodlings down, but it doesn't do any good. And trying to run these probes out to his other expansion up here, and a few of them get out. And this is what I was talking about with creep spreading too far. Now, instead of being in just a slightly bad position, Maareek's in a terrible position, because now he's got these spine crawlers here, and not a huge force here, and this kind of overlaps a little bit, Stalkers and Void Rays. The only thing the Stalkers are countering right now are these big bad Broodlords, but that's also what the Void Rays